Hey everyone, welcome to the very first Furniture Academy podcast. We're both super excited to be here. My name is Ellie and I'm an interior designer for Lazy Boy.
Hi, and I'm Sam and I'm also the interior designer for Lazy Boy in the Pineville store. You forgot Pineville, you're a designer in Pineville too.
Oh yes, also in Pineville, sorry. Today we're going to talk about the good things to remember as you buy a new home. We're also going to talk about some recent designs that we've seen that we really like. And at the end, stick around because we have a super fun game to play, which will be interesting to watch.
Very interesting. I'm gonna win.
Oh, probably not. So the very first tip we have when you're buying a new home is just to clean out your old home. Get rid of things that maybe you've had for a while that you're tired of. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You cut me off. No, I'm working on this one actually right now because I just got a new place, and so I'm having to go through all of the old stuff, and it is not easy. It is not easy to go through everything and try to throw all your stuff away. You kind of start thinking of you know, when you had it, when you first, you know, the experiences you had it when you first got it, whether it was, you know, clothes or shoes or accessories or even pots and pans. But it is a really good feeling to when you start clearing it out and getting new stuff.
I think that when I move, the easiest place to kind of start that is in my closet.
Yes.
Just to get rid of stuff that I've had since high school or, you know, shoes that have been walked through, you know, like have seen too much use. And then once you kind of gain that momentum, it carries into, you know, other places in your home. So getting rid of, you know, cluttery things that maybe you've had for too long, and maybe you're going for a different look in your next place.
And it's also nice to think about too is that a lot of people don't have the stuff that you have. So even thinking about, well, somebody else can use that stuff or
regifting.
That's a very good one. Is that better, Sean?
Sorry. Technical difficulties.
Wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, because, you know, people may be going for a look that you had in your last place, and maybe they complimented you on something, and, well, here you go, now it's yours. So, yeah, getting rid of, you know, things that maybe you just don't even like anymore.
Right.
I think that's kind of a fun thing. The next tip we have is to measure your new place. Take a tape measure before you move in and, you know, go through and kind of map out your living room. Take measurements of it. A quick sketch of it is even good. And it doesn't have to be beautiful.
No.
It really can just be, you know, squares and boxes, and, you know, maybe you do it to scale and maybe you don't. You know, that really doesn't even matter. It really doesn't. Just kind of knowing where your sofa's going to go, and chairs and coffee table, end tables, that kind of thing. And also kind of just being aware of, you know, if you're going to put an end table somewhere, do you have an outlet there for a lamp?
Yeah,
if you're
that's
interested
a good one.
in
for
putting
floor
a lamp
lamps.
there. Yeah, yeah. So it also, you know, that's useful in bedrooms as well as even like your dining room. Just a good, you know, tip or practice. So you don't go out, if you're buying new furniture, so you don't go out and buy
something that doesn't fit.
Right, exactly.
And then you have to go back, and then you have to return it, and wait in line.
It can be a huge hassle.
Yes.
Something else you can think about too is coming to see Sammy and I here at Lazy Boy in Pineville.
We'll do all the measuring for you.
Yes, we'll take that stress out, you know, second guessing yourself, and really involve you in the process. And make sure it's something that you're really going to love for a long time, because you've just bought a new house. I mean, this is an investment in your future, really. So why not put beautiful furniture in there that you love?
Yep, which is why cleaning out your old home is very important.
See, they all tie back into each other.
Exactly.
So the next thing is to sketch your new room layout. This kind of just ties back into the old, to the last point we were talking about. And just kind of visualizing where things go. If there's things that you're keeping, you know, kind of maybe going ahead and having an idea of where that's going to go.
Yep.
And then maybe work around that. So if it's a sofa or a coffee table or something that you really love from your last place, just kind of maybe focusing on that piece first and then working around that.
Yep. And these two seem weird and they'll feel a little bit awkward, especially if you're not used to doing that, but it does make the whole process easier. It gives you an idea if you're out and about, you know, going to a quick trip to Target or Home Goods or, you know, into Lazy Boy looking at furniture and stuff. Just the fact that you have these accessible to you, it makes it easier, because if you find something you absolutely love but you're questioning it, then you have your information that you need. So it makes it a lot easier.
Absolutely. And it also gives you an idea of what you're going to need. Like, I'm such a list maker in life. Like, I make lists of lists that I need to make. So it's ridiculous, honestly.
And it never gets crossed off.
Right. No,
so that same thing goes on the next list.
On the next list. So true. So it just kind of helps to, you know, make a list of things you're going to need. So if you know that you're going to need a sofa or, you know, accent chair or recliner or whatever it may be. I mean, we're just basically talking about living rooms, but this can carry on into any room. Like if you know you're going to need new dishes for your kitchen or something, I mean, it really can carry into any room. So you get a good idea of what you're going to need, and then you can just go through and cross things off. Actually cross things off your list.
And don't put them on the new list.
Yeah, cross them off. Don't put them on a new list. The next thing is just visualizing your new furniture. This can be kind of difficult if you're not a visual person, which we both are, very visual people. So it can be a little tricky if you're not a visual person, but it can be done. I think that, you know, a good thing to do is to print out pictures of things.
That's what I was just about to say.
If you've got a, you know, brand new rug that you just bought and, you know, want to make sure it's going to look good with your sofa, it's hard to get color to translate well, you know, through ink and paper, but it'll help you to get an idea of another malfunction.
Sorry.
You're not allowed to wear that necklace anymore.
I know, I may just have to take it off.
So it can just kind of help you to, you know, lay things out that way. So print out a picture of the rug, place it on the floor, back away, and then try your hardest to visualize it, you know, taking up the entire floor space.
Yes. Another good example is just looking on the internet, Googling things, looking on Pinterest, all of that stuff to kind of figure out what you like. What's also part of this category is, I guess most people would try to figure out what their style is, if they're traditional, contemporary, modern. And then I think a lot of people get confused because they don't particularly go in that specific category. So I think that it's okay if you start looking through all of these things and you don't know what your style is. It doesn't matter. The style is you. You're the style. It's what you like.
Oh, that's a really good point. That was cute.
I know. I said it to somebody before.
Darn it.
I know.
That was really good. I thought that was spontaneous. No, but really looking at Pinterest, and just Googling things. Pinterest can be my best friend or my worst enemy, to be really honest with you. But it's so good if you're just starting out. Like, I even did this when I was moving into my first place, just kind of getting an idea of
what you like and what you don't like.
What I like and what I don't like, exactly. So looking on Pinterest and kind of finding some sort of inspiration or style that you're going for.
Yeah, color schemes.
Yeah, it's awesome for that. I don't know how people moved without Pinterest. I really don't. I mean, you know, we see things so much all the time. We see so many different things that once I find something I like, I want to change to something different, which is, you know, kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So looking at Pinterest just to kind of get an idea of what you're thinking.
Yep. And then this is also perfect for your next step, which is to get free interior design advice.
Yeah.
Which is also nice because you have all of these new ideas, you have all of these color schemes and things that you want for your new house, but you don't necessarily know what route to take. So coming in to see us at Lazy Boy, or, you know, getting family advice, that will also play a role. And just a nice confirmation that, like, what you like, Yep. And then even if you just have to tweak it every once in a while, or if we say, oh, maybe change this paint color, or you just need to add a little lamp or a vase, but just to know that you're on the right track.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, we both really thoroughly enjoy what we do.
A lot.
So, and it's fun, you know, especially when people are buying a new place. It's fun to help them, you know, when they've got that blank canvas and don't maybe have an idea of what they want to do, but maybe not necessarily how they want to execute it. That's really where I find my job to be the most fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I love to help accessorize. That finished touch.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Makes all the difference.
Next thing is just kind of going and investing in primary things. Mm-hmm. So your big pieces. If maybe you've left your sofa at your old place or given it to Goodwill, you just invest in pieces that are going to last and withstand the test of time. Mm-hmm. So that could really be the biggest pieces in your room. And I think it should be.
I think so too.
You know, a good sofa or sectional, you know, whatever you're thinking, or what you need, you know, seating wise. Sectionals are good for seating a lot of people.
And for cozy rooms and stuff like that.
Exactly. So, or, you know, if it's a cool accent chest or something that you've found that you really like that you want to spend more money on, and then kind of scaling back on other places like end tables or lamps. I mean, there's some really great lamp options out there that you can find at like Target or Home Goods that'll give you the same look for just a little bit less money. And lighting can get expensive. It's really a great part of design. Lighting is, but it can really get expensive. So, you know, kind of maybe, I don't want to say go the cheap route first.
But if you're not a fan of lamps or, you know, ambiance lighting, maybe starting out with some cheaper lights and then seeing how you live, because your main thing is to see what your everyday lifestyle is going to be in your new place.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you may want those lamps to be, you know, a pop of something. So then maybe, you know, a couple months, then you can invest in some nice, substantial
down the
lamps.
road. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the lamps can make a room.
Yeah, they really can.
You know, I love my lamps.
I know.
I do love lamps.
Lamps they can really be fun.
But they are expensive.
They can be, which is frustrating. But kind of waiting, you know, just seeing where you're comfortable, things that you're comfortable waiting on. That can also be artwork that you wait on.
That's true.
Which really can make or break a room.
Yeah. So it's accessories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Accessories, accessorize.
This also can kind of go along with, you know, paint color. Paint color can really change a space. So deciding on, you know, what you're going to invest in first, so like your sofa, and then choosing your paint color after that.
Yep.
Because there are hundreds of thousands of paint colors out there. I mean, Sherwin-Williams, Benjamin Moore, there's so many. Yeah, there's so many paint color options out there and only so many fabric options. So choosing your fabric first and then kind of going through and deciding paint color afterwards is the smart way to go. So
I think that's a good point too. And then also doing that is, if you find a beautiful print like this, for example, with paint you can do all different shades of this blue or lighter gray. You can go grayish.
Yeah,
so that
you could even like go a little bit cream. There's creams and whites in here too.
Yes.
So you could even go that direction too. If maybe you've gone cream on your sofa or gray on your sofa, you can pull in the gray.
Yep.
So.
And then that way it has a nice contrast too.
Yeah.
So that way nothing just blends in and it looks like a...
Yeah.
Not a boring house, but
it looks like you've actually put, you know, effort and time into creating a space that you're gonna love.
And it brings it to life. And then also add in different textures too. So if you don't necessarily like print, or maybe you have curtains that you fall in love with and that has a lot of print, or you have a very, very traditional rug that has a lot of different movement and detail to it. So then even add in some texture. It kind of helps bring it to life.
That kind of goes in with the next point of mixing and matching things. Mixing and matching your textures is awesome. So if you've got an organic pattern, then maybe mix it with a tweed pattern. And then pull in a little bit of leather like we have here, this ottoman with the leather on the top, just bringing in texture from all different areas. You can even do that through lampshades. Some lampshades have really cool like heathering on the lampshade, so that's a cool way to bring in extra texture as well.
And it helps balance it out.
Yeah.
And it's more aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
Exactly. Yeah.
And again, we can help you do this at the Lazy Boy store in Pineville.
Yeah.
We love it.
I know. I love mixing patterns and textures and
in colors.
yeah, I get a lot of joy out of when I've like found.
My mic.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry. Testing 1, 2.
Oh, okay. She's not allowed. Side note. Not
No
allowed.
necklaces.
No necklaces next time.
I'll just wear it in my rings.
I know. Oh, there you go. Or earrings.
Yeah.
I almost wore a necklace today, but I was like,
Good thing you didn't.
I know, I didn't want to be difficult.
You'd be in trouble by the cameraman back there, giving me the evil eye.
Oops, sorry. Sorry to the sound guy for having to fix that one.
What were we talking about?
I don't even know. Mixing
that's right.
patterns. Yeah, I love mixing and matching color and fabric. Yeah, florals with geometrics. Oh, love it.
Love it.
I am made to be free.